Welcome to Takshashila Gurukul channel. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please subscribe immediately, press the bell button and write your comments and feedback. Share with your friends as much as possible. We provide online Kundalini Raja Yoga initiation and Kundali activation in 6 months.
41. The Adita Vittu meaning, the Lord wiped away the para one varavene padita Vittu one niravar shanmukha ninj sriti matane harushadali, the existence of the Adita Vittu, soul, which is as vast and complete as the ocean, was wiped away by the Parameshwara with joy, as if by Sritimit. Looking at the face of the Parameshwara, who is immovable, imperishable, eternal and is taught by all the Vedanta Enagamas, Kartikeya bowed his head with devotion and asked, O Lord, please show me, a young man, the characteristics of the Adita Vittu so that I can understand it, with humility. The Supreme Being said, O virtuous one, listen to the eternal and unchanging Supreme Being. It is the tumult of the world of ignorance, the dawn of karma, the fierce wind for the cloud of ego, the harbinger of all happiness. It exists alone for 3 seasons. When it looks at the visible world, its existence is attributed to it. The feeling is given to the demon. This demon hides in an unconscious sleep. Even in the samadhi where it is itself, the demon's professions are absorbed in the knowledge of the divine. Similarly, in a trumpet, it experiences the unheard of duality, which is the experience of truth. You are worthy to hear about the eternal and unchanging true being. Do not tell the greedy the doctrine of the duality that is invisible to the mind. A singer named Haridasa came hungry and sat in the hall. The woman of the house made a kadba out of it, named it Haridasa, and gave it to her children to eat. At that time, hearing the children's words, Mother, I will eat Haridasa, I will eat Madalegara, the servant thought that there were ghosts in the house and ran away. Haridasa came to a village to sing kirtan with his followers. At noon, when he was hungry, he searched the houses of the Brahmins for food. There was only one Brahmin house in that village, and there was only one greedy wife in the house. Her husband was not in the village. Haridasa and his followers begged the housewife of that house, Mother, we are coming for food. Please come and give us food. Then the wife of that Vipra sternly said, No, I do not want anything. I cannot cook for all of you. Go to another house. Haridasa begged again, Mother, you are Vipra, you know that great virtue comes from food. Hospitality is the dharma of a housewife. That is the colors of the house. Do not turn away those who come hungry at noon, he said, and went to the house. He sat in the hall. He thought in his mind about how to throw the stubborn Haridasa out of the house, and then with that wicked act, he threatened, Sir, no matter how much I tell you, there is a lot of trouble from ghosts in our house. They can harm you in any way. Haridasa sat down with his group. Because there was no other Brahmin house in the village, that cunning woman baked different shaped cakes from the dough and named one Haridasa, another Tabalagara, Madalegara, and another Talagara. She gathered the children for dinner in the kitchen and emphasized the names of the cakes. While the children were eating, they started arguing, Mother, I will eat Haridasa. Mother, I will eat Madalegara. I will eat first. In this house, knowing that demons exist, Haridasa fled with his followers. One should not teach such greedy people the doctrine of the truth. When brothers and sisters are young, they eat together. After marriage, their kinship decreases. For example, when his wife's close friends come, he tells his wife to sit on a small couch, and the brother does not invite his brothers and eats with his friends. This doctrine of the truth is not suitable for such a person with a different intellect. 6. The pure doctrine of the truth is explained as follows. O wise man, what is the truth? There are no two truths, that is always one. That is the doctrine that one exists. This is the doctrine of the truth. He who knows this is the Siddha Purusha. This is the unmanifest, the undefiled, the perfect light, the source of knowledge, the unmanifested soul, the immutable, the eternal, the true, the auspicious, the eternal form of happiness. Such a unique thing shines by itself. Listen, O child, to this is the unsurpassed, the path of the path. This path is far from the yogis of good deeds. It is inaccessible to the yogis of stubbornness and the like. Its glory is beyond description. He realizes that he has within him the form of pure bliss, the object of ecstasy, to contemplate who he is. He becomes happy with the ego that he is. He knows nothing else, he is like a lamp that never shines. This is the state of the unattainable. Like the unknowable, hidden from both awareness and forgetfulness, the unattainable state of the unattainable is the unattainable state of the unattainable, the unimaginable state of the unattainable. This is beyond the mind to describe. This is the thing that shines beyond the brilliance of a billion suns. The mind is calm and peaceful without being agitated. The lights, vritti, of egoism of the ego are hidden, and it shines alone as an unbroken light, reverent to itself. This is the avatavastu that should not be like this, it is eternally peaceful. Know it yourself from experience, the moon-like stone called Elekanda, the self-seeking vritti, when it merges with the bright moon called Chidananda, with a feeling of satisfaction, automatically exudes the juice of the bliss of the self. This is the stance of the bliss of the self, the pure Brahman. It is impossible to describe what the experience of the self is like the bright moon filled with joy in amber, without knowing it, mixed with the unbroken Brahman. It is like the witness of a mute person eating sugar. There is nothing unique to happiness in the Indus. Happiness is itself, and it is better to remain silent without mixing with it. It is itself, the Supreme Soul, which is bliss. Happiness is itself, its own consciousness, happiness is the bliss of the self. Like the screens of the water of the forest, the unbroken grass sparkles and shines. It is the characteristic of the self that it exists alone, without showing any sign of its widespread grass, right and left, up and down, back and forth. Kartike, the black grass in the middle of the moon does not cover the moon, but is illuminated by the moon and remains hidden in the full grass of the full moon. Similarly, Maya is in the dual soul. Even if it appears in the soul, it does not meet or mingle. The soul does not delight in it, the fragrance of the three states does not infect the soul. Know that the Supreme Being, which is the witness of illusion without being seen or hidden, is the Aditavist, that is your truth. 18. Note, the verses of this chapter, from 19 to 29, were found in the manuscript repository of the Karnataka University, Dharwad. Kannada Studies Center at the time of the printing of the second edition of the Gyan Sindhu Granth. The translation of those verses is given below. I am very indebted to the head of the Kannada Studies Center. The knowledge of the existence of the Aditavist is taught to Guha with joy, as below. Eye for eye, witness to everything, only Brahman himself, without the company of other beings, shining by himself, without the burden of words, always contented and at ease, is the Aditavist. 19. The one who is not visible to others, like a golden plan where the demonic feeling of being opposite has disappeared, is called Aditavastu. Just as even a king forgets his duties and sleeps peacefully, Aditavastu is said to be completely devoid of emotion, shining on his own. Know within yourself that the unattached object is the one that is not attached to words, not indicated to the mind, not accessible to thoughts, not visible to actions, that is, not objectified, not embarrassed, let it flutter as much as it can. The eyes, not closed, not opened, the eyes like dolls, are standing in the brightness of the soul, that is, the Anmani. That is the sign of the unattached object. The unattached object is the one that is simply there, without being outside or inside, without any trace of the feeling that the body is me, without knowing the time and place. The one who is alone, everyone is apart from him, is the unattached object. To open one eye, to close one eye, to look at the world, to be one with oneself, that is the state of the unattached. The unattached thing is the one that does not know anything else. The word is hidden, the other is hidden, the precepts, and the precepts. The hidden thing, the saying, I am the Supreme, is also hidden, unexposed, and is called the unattached thing. 25. Like a billion sun rays, shining in a pot, the sparks of the sun are dissolved in the radiance of the sun, without knowing who was born in it, how many are there. Know that the unattached thing is the unattached thing. The unmanifested thing, which, without the appearance of such concepts as yukuti and mukuti, appears in the open air of the morning, manifests itself without fail in the hearts of the liberated, and as the head of all the Vedas, is that which is itself, Aja, Hari, Rudra, Surasuras and the living beings of the world are all the same Adita Vastu, the meaning of Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma. When there are no invocations, when there are no leaves and flowers, when there are no mantras, yoga, meditation, goals, and samadhi, when all beings in the whole are themselves or, they are all as they are, that is the Adita Vastu, as Sambhashiva taught Shanmukha 29. Avasaya Siddhanta, in the Adita state, there are no gurus, disciples, no meditation postures, no bondage, no moksha, no haste in varnasramas, no incense lamps for the worship of the Adita Vastu, no distinction between men and women, no Shivaratri, no clan, no caste, no parents who caused the birth of Tanu, no happiness and sorrow in matter, no feelings of devotion. No scholarly follies. The universe did not exist before, there are no forces, no snares, no doctrines, no dualities of cold and heat, no snares, no external obstacles, no feelings of need or want, no secret and hidden things. There are no memories of self and others. There are no food and drink, no objects of perception, no objects of the mind to be absorbed in. There are no doubts and certainties. There are no words and silences, no swan carriers, no meat and alcohol in the depths of dullness. There are no limits of skill, no favorable and unfavorable times. There is no quality or demerit, no calculation or non-calculation, meaning that it is something beyond mathematics and statistics, no battlefields or battlefields, no land to fight or leave, no debt or non-debt, there is no case of becoming indebted to a leaving indebted to another. The moment, this moment, there are no protections, the feeling that the one self, which exists at all times, does not need protectors. 36. The uncreated object has no love, no dislike, no hatred. It has no name and no name, the feeling of being beyond words. There are no rules and regulations. There are no past worlds, no Homer and Ahoma, that is, there is no sacrifice or non-sacrifice, there is no master or servant in the real object, there is no profit or loss for it. There are no adornments or defilements. There is no greed or aversion, no anger, no adornments or unadorned things, no auspicious or auspicious actions. This is the characteristic of the uncreated object. This is beyond imagination. How can one describe it? The fault of the color will come. This is beyond the moment. This is the state of the Supreme Being. He who is in the state of Adita is Arudha. Adita is the state of unapproachable, invisible, inactive, pure Nityananda. Know that one who has such Adita consciousness is the eternally pure Buddha, the Supreme Soul. O Kuvara, there is no harm to the Adita principle. That is the same Paratattva, that is Parabrahman. Knowing oneself as the spiritual soul. That is the form of Arudha, the form of Shiva. Know that I am the one who knows this. I am not different from Arudha. What is the state of Arudha? I know the Supreme Soul. What do monkeys and men know? That state of existence is not a word or a mantra. It is incorporeal, eternally serene. Thus the liberated one is immovable, the witness of all beings and beyond the witness. 42. O Shanmukha, you can attain the state of Adita materiality within your power. Achieve it to the extent. If you do not achieve it, the birth of mankind will be in jeopardy. All the worlds will appear and disappear in this unbroken material shelter. From the four-faced Brahma down to the ant, all the creatures will be born and disappear in it. Billions of lights like the sun, the moon, etc., will rise and shine in the non-dual soul. Experience the existence of the undivided material, which is the supreme form of bliss. Do not abandon this path of the Guru, which is eternal and impermanent. Accept this with a respectful mind, and in the bliss of non-dualism, the thirst for the one who attains is over. I am eternal. The sins of those who hear this will be washed away, and the virtuous men who say this will attain happiness. Both of them will resolve the path of greed. Know this to be true. This is the lamp of great auspiciousness, the fire of the forest of penance. The undivided material is called nectar. You are the son of nectar. Do not forget. O cave, it is not appropriate to teach this principle to those who are arrogant, to those who boast like old donkeys, to those who say that lies are true, to the unattractive, to the blind, to the ignorant. Thus, while the Supreme Lord was telling his son the secret of Vedanta, he himself also disappeared, closed his eyes, and was about to hang in the bliss of Advayananda. At that time, Shanmukha, who was waiting for him and listening to this speech, also disappeared and meditated on Sri Chidanandatma Guruvara, 47.